Pretty low, loop. Come on, baby. Oh, that was about as low as we wanted to do that. As low as we can. Here we go. Ready? Roll. Oh yeah, that shows some faith in this thing, right? It's gonna crash.
I don't know.
It's gonna crash. It's gonna crash. It's definitely crashing. I knew it would crash. Oh man. I'm here to answer some of the great wonders of the world. Can a person have too many Pringles? Can a person have too many scoops of ice cream? Can a person have too many of these mini ready-to-fly Warbirds? The answer to all three of the above is no. I strongly encourage more and more of these Warbirds. However, I would like to see variations. I'd love to see some bombers with twin motors or 4 motors, but I'm also not going to complain about a new paint scheme of a P51. This is the never miss, and I love the design, the looks, and even for the RC world, having this yellow front of the plane should make it a lot easier to see while flying, and I love that. This airplane comes with 2 of these little batteries, the little Molex connector. They fly on all of them, so that's the nice thing about them. They can swap over. It has flight stabilization. You can turn it on and off with a switch, and we'll try turning that off today to see if it'll actually fly out of stabilized mode. My bet is that it will fly very well on stabilized mode. It comes with optional landing gear. We're gonna do a hand launch because that's the way I prefer to fly these, and I think they look a little better in the air without those landing gear on. And it comes with 3 of these props that pop on and off if you crash. Best news is, if you're a subscriber, paired with the link in the description box below, Abby has worked her magic and has a custom coupon code to make this $71. That's pretty awesome if it flies. So let's put it in the air and see how it does. Yep. Nice. Nice, level, smooth flight. Looks and feels. There's hands-free, like any of the E-Sheen or now 100 different brands of mini Warbirds. It's so crazy. I think if E-Sheen would have never sold the rights to the license or whatever to make these, they could be gazillionaires now. But there's a lot of different companies competing for your dollar that make these little birds. And honestly, not all of them, but a lot of them are amazing. And this one's flying really rock solid. I'm gonna just get out of this bank and go hands-free. Well, here, let's do that again because I wanted to step out here in front of the camera and show you guys a hands-free pass because I'm just flying with one hand right now. Can you tell? Anyway, here you go.
You're really far away, but okay.
And the turn. And then here we go, hands-free. Now the point is, man, it flies. Here, I'll just do this. Hands-free, right there, promise. Yeah, nice and level, really good flyer. So if you've ever wondered, can I fly an airplane? You sure can. All you have to do is push this little right stick left and back a little bit to keep the altitude, and you can keep the plane in the air. I just did that a little too extreme. They're very easy to fly though, with the stabilized mode on, the prop that actually clicks on and off. So if you do crash, it doesn't break the prop, but even so, they still give you 3 of them in case maybe you lose one if you hit a tree or something like that. And that is about the only thing I've ever had pop off of or break on one of these. I suppose a person could burn up a motor if they left the throttle on and it crashed and was on the ground. But like I thought, the yellow front of the plane is nice and easy to see. I love that. Let's do a full throttle pass here. There's full throttle. And the reason it sounds like a kid's bike with a baseball card on the spokes is because it's a geared brushed motor. Now I think that sounds really cool, but it ain't brushless. Some people will say brushed motors on airplanes like this could be a waste of time. Well, you can get hundreds of flights out of this as long as you throttle down every time the prop might hit something, and you just don't want to leave juice on with that. Okay, so let's try intermediate. flight mode, it should just let us bank farther. Yep, so a little farther bank. Can we go up more? Oh yeah, it's letting us do almost a loop. Let's try that again.
I'm so sorry. There was a bug on the
Okay, that's fine. Okay. So we're in intermediate mode. It has auto level on, but I want to try for a loop. Let's just see what happens. Full throttle and pull back. It kind of lets us almost loop, but also not quite, okay? So it lets us go completely vertical and then it kind of corrects itself. Let's go to advanced mode. You know what? Why do I feel like there's only 2 positions on that switch? No, there we go. Here's advanced mode. And there. It's flying okay. There, it's not too bad. Let's get it under control.
Goodness.
I got it. I got it. We're in actual advanced mode. No stabilization on. And this is flying about like that Horizon Hobby or Hobby Zone version of the P51. It's flying actually flyable. I'm not too panicky on this, right? Let's do a roll. Oh yeah, that's nice and clean. So this whole time I'm in advanced mode now since I've clicked it on. Very nice. This is really good. Oh, there we go. A little bit of CG problems. Oh, no, no. Okay, we're going to test the durability. I lost orientation.
You did test the durability.
Yeah. I think that's about as hard a crash anyone could ever ask for and hope to walk away from. That was a pretty hard crash on asphalt, cartwheeling, and what popped off? The prop, and it has a prop saving mechanism. These are very common now in these little models. Let's see. Pops back on, and there we go. Let's go right to flight and see if it'll still fly after that crash. Well, it might just sound a little cooler now, but these all of them can take a really good beating and still fly really well. These can fly in wind too, although we've been blessed with a nice calm day now. And I am surprised how well this one was flying in advanced mode. In fact, let's just do that again. So here we go, advanced. And let's go for a roll. And we'll bring it around and do a loop. Here we go, loop. Oh man, not amazing. Rolls are better. And we're going back to stabilized mode to save the plane, so I don't have to go walking through the tall grass. And let's push the stunt button. Hey, look at that. That was nice and clean. They just keep getting better on these. Let's see that again.
Yeah, if I can find you. There you go.
Hey, look at that. One more. Oh, that's perfect. That one doesn't lose any altitude. This might be one of the best flying mini Warbirds out there. Watch this. I love that. They've programmed in down elevator. So when it rolls over, it doesn't lose altitude. That's the first one of its kind that does that. It even up throttles. Listen, I'm going to do it right by us so you can hear. Do you guys hear the difference in the throttle?
Impressive.
It does it by itself. I don't think the others do that, and that's why it doesn't lose any altitude. Hey,
wow.
Now we have to probably throttle up and try for a loop. This one is really flying on rails and really rock solid for the most part. Yep. Oh, nice.
Is that the first one we've ever had to do a loop?
Well, no, the Horizon one did it, but it wasn't that clean,
okay.
Honestly.
Wow.
Okay, ready? You push and hold the button, you pick a direction, and a stunt is programmed in.
I think that loop's better than you ever have looped one of these.
Yes, very much so. Yeah, pre-programmed loop. Oh, we lose a little altitude, but let's really put it to the test. You guys ready for this?
No, you are not.
Oh yeah, here we go. Nice and pretty low loop. Come on, baby. Oh, that was about as low as we wanted to do that. Did you see that?
I don't know how well it filmed it.
Okay.
It gained way more altitude than I thought it would.
Okay, watch this. We're gonna be at the hill height and loop it, and then watch when it comes out of it. Oh my gosh, a little lower. Okay, so
you can go lower than
that. We're gonna do it right here. It's gonna crash.
I don't know.
Crash.
Okay.
It's gonna crash. It's gonna crash. It's definitely crashing. I knew it would crash. Oh man.
Now you gotta see if it'll fly again. That was really hard.
I know. Okay, ready?
Yeah. I think it sounds a little different.
Maybe. Okay, this will be fun too. I want to do a low roll, like really low over the runway. Let's get it nice and level.
Right now.
Right now. Okay, lower. It goes up a little bit, which is actually a really good thing. So let's go as low as we can. Here we go. Ready? Roll. Oh yeah, that shows some faith in this thing, right?
Yeah.
That's really good. Of course, we're pushing it, you guys. I want you to understand that. Some people will say, oh, Nate's a bad pilot. He can't even fly one of these without crashing it. Okay, if we just flew it in circles, yes, but watch, we're doing this. Oh, roll a foot off the ground. That was amazing. Okay. You know,
you're flying like a green plane against a green hill, just so you know.
I know it. But watch.
This is impossible.
Oh, man, that's so cool. Let's fly it up for Abby's sake. And we'll do a nice clean loop out here. Oh, I love the pre-programmed maneuvers on this. And it just flies really good. Okay, so let's land it the way you should land it. Plop it down in the grass. Back to our left, Abby. You ready?
Yep.
Here we go. These give you nice long flight times too, usually about 15 minutes or so. Oh yeah, nice. Okay.
Good job.
Something about this plane just felt locked in. And it's really interesting to see this be released just, I don't know, a month or so after a certain other big brand, the Hobby Zone one. And as I said with the Hobby Zone one, it felt like there were noticeable improvements with it. Now this is released after it, and it feels like there's noticeable improvements with it. That's really interesting and the best way I can put it. Eachine birds all felt about the same for like 10 releases in a row. And they were great, but they are getting better. And I think you guys can see the durability factor there too. Fun factor is an all-time high. Ease of flying is absolutely it felt like it was not wavering up and down at all. It was just absolutely perfect on altitude maintenance, right? I mean, that was really good. I hope you guys could see that and get a sense of that too. And sometimes when I would bank it too hard and it got into its own wingtip stall, it would get squirrely for a second and then get out of it. So throttle is your friend. I was flying at about half throttle, maybe 60% most of that flight. I would encourage you guys to try to fly around 60% or higher, especially if you're a newer pilot, because it's going to be happier at that, let's just say 75% throttle range. This had the auto loops and rolls dialed in better than I've seen any of them ever do. And I think it just boils down to whether or not you like the looks of this, because there are now 20 or 30 different little mini Warbirds out there that you can buy, and they all do perform pretty well. But honestly, this I think is probably the current best, and it's only $71 with our coupon code, with our link. That's awesome. I'd love to say a massive thank you to God for blessing us with this absolutely perfect and beautiful day to get in front of the camera and share this very awesome experience with you guys. And a massive thanks to our Patreon supporters too, because we couldn't do what we do as often as we do it without your insanely awesome support. Again, this plane's linked in the description box below, and if you're interested in maybe another mini Warbird for comparison, we'll have a hand-picked video popping up right about now just for you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you there.
Bye!